Hello everybody. Today we're going to work on some synthetic division. Okay, we're going to start off easy. Make sure our divisor just has two terms. Make sure the coefficient of our linear term is just 1 in our divisor. Okay, so let's get started. The way this works is we're going to put the coefficients of the dividend right here. So there's a 1 right here. The coefficient of the quadratic term is 1. The linear term is -7. And then I have the constant -1. Okay. Then I just put the opposite of this number right here. So -8, the opposite of that, or the inverse, is +8. Great. So now we bring the first number down always. So 1. Now you're going to multiply this by this digit over here. 1 times 8 is 8, and you put it over here, +8. And you just add. -7 plus 8 is +1. Repeat the process. 1 times 8 is +8. You put it here. So I get -3 at the end, okay? So this is my remainder, this is my constant, and this is my linear term. So I say 1x plus 1. I could say remainder -3, but I want to write my answer, my remainder, as the numerator of a fraction. So I'm going to say plus -3 divided by my divisor, m minus 8. There we have it. Okay, that's our full answer. Okay, let's move over here. So I'm going to put my coefficients of my dividend right here. 1, -1, -29. Then I just put my +6 here because it's the opposite of -6. Bring this down. 1 times 6 is +6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 times 6 is +30. 30 minus 29 is +1. So there we have it. My answer is 1x plus 5. And then plus 1 over my divisor, n minus 6. Okay, well, one thing I should have pointed out is we should keep our variables consistent. So there should be an n, working with n, okay? And there should also be an m, so let's be consistent, okay? This is an m. Great. Okay, so just keep that in mind when we move forward. Just keep the variables consistent. Everything else is looking good. So right here, I'm going to put a -5. I'm going to put a 1, 10, and an 18. Bring this down. 1 times -5 is -5. 10 minus 5 is just 5. 5 times -5 is -25. And then I subtract, I get -7. So let's put our answers, and let's make sure to keep the variable as an n. So I have 1n. Then I have plus 5. And I have plus, this is a 1, okay? Not an L. 1n plus 5 plus -7 over my divisor, n plus 5. Great. Move on over here. So I'm going to put a +1 here. Then I put my coefficient, so 1, -7, 10. Bring this down. So I still get a 1. 1 times 1 is, of course, 1. I add, I get -6. -6 times 1 is -6. 10 minus 6 is +4. So my final answer is 1x. Sorry, not x. Remember, you have to be really careful. 1k. 1k minus 6. Then plus 4 over k minus 1. Great. Everything is with a k. It looks good. All right, let's go to number 5 now. So here, +7. I'm going to put a 1, -3, -21. So just bring this down. 1 times 7 is +7. 7 minus 3 is +4. 4 times 7 is +28. I add and I get +7. So my answer is 1n, working with n. 1n plus 4, and then plus 7 over my divisor, n minus 7. Great, last one. I just want to make this video pretty introductory to start. Okay, great. Here, I have to put my coefficients in order. So the coefficient of the quadratic term is 1. What's the coefficient of the linear term? It's not there, so it's understood to be 0. And then my constant's negative 28. So you have to include that 0 term, 0 number right here. Then I have a plus 5. So I'll bring this down. 1 times 5 is positive 5. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 times 5 is positive 25. 25 minus 28, or negative 28, plus 25 is negative 3. So my final answer is 1a, working with a this time, plus 5, plus negative 3 over a minus 5. Okay, good job. Keep practicing. You have to master the basics first before we can go on and divide by quadratic divisors and things like that. Okay, good job.